Krishna Rasa Priya Bara Narottama Seva Para Jara Para Vishnu Vatasa Bhakta Sata Baladeva Jagannatha Sara Priya Shri Bhakti Vinora Bhagavata Bara Shri Gara Kishora Vara Hari Bhajane Te Jara Mora Shiva Shabana Vidara Zira Sevya Seva Para Sahara Dai Te Rasanama Prabhupada Antaranga Shri Sarupa Rupanuga Shri Keshava Bhakti Pragyana Korea Vedanta Veta Maya Varata Mohana Koravani Prachara Chadama Pracharila Koravani Kati Vedanta Swami Puralira Prabhupada Kama Kesha Priya Mahajana Vamana Narayana Korabani Tadar Pranadana Teha Bahari Jana Gorangera Nija Jana Tadara Chiste Morakama Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Param Page 36 Vrindavana Vasirato Vaishnavera Gana Pratame Badana Kori Sabara Charana Nilachara Vasirato Mahaprabhu Gana Pavite Puriya Vendo Sabara Charana Navadvipa Vasirato Mahaprabhu Bhakta Sabhara Charana Bandho Hayanurata Mahaprabhu Bhakta Jato Paradeshe Siti Sabhara Charana Bandho Kariya Pranati Jideshe Jideshe Vaishe Jagana और बाबा कोरी बंदो सबरा चराना वयाचे न होई बनो प्रभु जातो जाता सबरा चरण बंदो संधि कोरी गासा ब्रह्मंड तरिते शक्ति धरे धने जाने हे बेरा पुराने गुण गया देव शूने महाप्रभु गण सभापति तपवाना तैलो विमोहि पपिलो इनु शरणा बदन कोरिते मोहि कतो शक्ति डोरी तमो बुद्धि दोषे मोहि धम्ब मात्र कोरी तथापि मुखेर भगवान राहुलासा तोसा स्वामी मोहधामे करो निज दासा सर्ववंश सिद्धि हय यम बंध चूते जगत दुर्लभ हय प्रेम दान लूते माने रावसाना पुना अचिरते Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Thakur. Page 200. Can you play Cardinals? Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Divedaya Kori Swaparisara Siyarama Sahavatari Atyanta Durabha Prema Kurivare Jana Shikaya Charana Gaiti Takatera Prana Dainyatmani Vedana Kotritve Barana Avasya Raksive Krishna Vishvasapanana Bhakti Anukula Matra Karyara Svikara Bhakti Pratikula Bhava Tarjanangikara Sharanga Sharanagati Hoi Bejahara Tahara Pratana Shune Srinanda Kumara Rupasanatana Pade Tanvitrina Kore Prakati Vinora Pare Duhu Paradori Kariya Kariya Vare Amito Adama Shikaye Sharana Gati Karo He Udhama Jaya Swapachara Jaya Gora Hari Swapachara Jaya Gora Hari Jaya Nita Jaya Go Jaya Nita Jaya Go Anyone want to sing for Gurney Jai?
Page 84. Paramakaruna Pahundu Vijana Nita Gora Chandra Sava Avatar Sarashiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda Bajo Bajo Bai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrinda Vishvasa Kori Vishaya Chandiya Sera Semajiya Muke Bolo Hari Hari Dekon Ore Bai Tribhuvane Nai Emona Doyalandata Pashupaki Jore Pashana Vidare Shuni Jara Guna Gata Shuni Jara Guna Gata Samsare Magia Urahili Podia Sepade Nahilo Asha Hapana Karama Bunjaya Shamana Hapana Karama Bunjaya Shamana Kaho Elochanam Dasa Paramakaruna Pahudu Ijana Nitai Goda Chandra Jaya Nitai Jaya Go Jaya Nitai Jaya Go Nitai Goda Haribol 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 Nitai Goda Haribol The two lords, Nitai and Gaurachandra, are supremely merciful. They are the essence and crown jewels of all avatars, and they are the source of absolute bliss. O brother, worship Chaitanya Nitai with unwavering faith, renouncing material enjoyment and drowning yourself in that rus of worshipping them. Let your lips chant, Hari, Hari. Just see, dear brother, in all the three worlds, no one bestows mercy like they do. Animals and birds shed tears, and stones melt upon hearing narrations of their glories. Lochan Das says, since you remain submerged in material enjoyment, the aspiration to take shelter of their lotus feet has not arisen. Thus, you suffer the consequences of your fate as meted out by Lord Yama. Radha Krishna. You want to do Krishna?
What?
You want to sing for Krishna?
Sure, I'm looking for one, but I can't find the page.
Which one is it?
Radhe Radhe. Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Do you know that one?
Oh yeah, 241. 341. 341. Sorry.
You know what, Nico, we usually do, yeah, we usually do it as sequence, so it's like Guru, Vaishnavas, Nitai, Gaur, Krishna, then Radha. So would you mind doing one for Krishna first?
You can go, yeah.
Okay,
It's okay.
343, and then I'll sing 343, and then you sing 341.
Page 343. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Manasa Madhukara Marpaya Nijapada Pankaja Makarande. Manasa Madhukara Marpaya Nijapada Pankaja Makarande. Krishna Deva Bhavandam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavandam Vande. Yadyapi samadhishu vidirapi pasyati natavanaka gramarichi. Yadyapi samadhishu vidirapi pasyati idami chami nishamya tava chuta tarapa kripa druta vichi. Idami chami nishamya tava chuta. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Bhakti Rudanchati Adyapi Madhava Natvai Mamati Lamachi. Bhakti Rudanchati Adyapi Madhava Madhavalo Parameshwarata Tarapata Vadika Torgata Gata Navidachi. Avapiti Vadika Torata Ratana Vidachi. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Ayam avilolataya sanatana kalitadbhuta rasavara. Ayam avilolataya sanatana kalitadbhuta rasavara. Nivasatu nityami amrita nandini vindhan madhuri masaram. Nivasatu nityami amrita nandini vindhan madhuri masaram. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna He, 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 Krishna He.
Do you want card shots?
It's okay. Thank you, though. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mohite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Vishvanudadi Navashashileke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishake. Vrishabhanudadi Navashashileke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishake. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Barite Sanaka Sanatana Varanita Charite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Barite Sanaka Sanatana Varanita Charite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Hari Hari Bol Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Yes, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
trip or somebody and ask them to come over right away? Thanks.
He's getting ready. He's getting ready.
Okay.
Do you want to show this now?
Huh?
You want to show this now?
When is he going to be here?
Huh?
When is?
Oh, you saw it? He's seen it.
Okay.
They get us fired up for our last day in Miami.
Did you see it yet? Okay. Yeah, and then everyone's going to send it out to everybody, including me. Should what? Agyanam timirandasya Jnananjana salakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tvadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Bhaktaya Namo Namah. 5 minutes. Yang pravarjantam manupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano viraha kataravajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo benedus tang sarvabhutaridayam Muni manatosmi bhaktya vina aparada lakshay chaptasya kamadi tarangamadye kripa maitvam sharanam prapadyam brinde namaste Charanarvindam Tavaivasmi Tambina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike Kripayati Yadi Radha Radhiya Paishesha Badha Kema Parambashishta Pushti Maryada Yorme Yadi Vadati Chakinshit Smeraha Soditasrir Dvija Varamani Panktya Mukti Shoktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shekanda Shekara Smeraha Samurali Manohara Radhika Kripanidhe Swapriya Charana Kinkari Karo Prananatha Vrishabhanu Nandini Sri Mukhabja Rasalola Sadapada Radhika Paratale Kritastiti Tam Bhajami Rasikendra Shekara Sambadaya Dashane Trinam Vibho Prartaye Brajamanendra Nandana Astu Mohantavati Bhagava Janmani Marisvari Priya. First I offer my unlimited obeisances and the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad, Astotra Sat Shishimad, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shishimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather gurus, Shishimad Bhakti, Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, Shishimad Bhakti, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates, all of our Guru Varga, all the assembled devotees and the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus are my Shiksha Gurus, Shishi my Bhakti, Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Shishi my Bhakti Vedanta, Pan Maharaj and Shishi my Bhakti, Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada said that we will want to follow the footsteps of Hanuman, who brought Sita back from the demon Ravana. Sita is the goddess of fortune. That means wealth. Also, he said that in the hands of the materialists, Lakshmi is illusion. Like, what's his name? Ravana could only meet with the Maya Sita. And at the feet of Narayan, she's very steady, serving his lotus feet. So we want to follow in Srila Prabhupada's guidance. And we are actually giving, we're not taking. This is our Miami last day, giving day, because we're giving the people an opportunity to make their connection with Lakshmi, Sita, Radhika real. Okay. Speaking of real, we're about to have the great fortune of watching the reel that has been produced by our great son, Nitai Prabhu, all about this is the Miami Giving Day, last day.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Chanting holy names is the service. Do it real loud, chant with purpose. Foolish pride and lust can't leave a stain. Everything contained in the holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Let's get it, man. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Okay, so part of our day is sending this out to everybody we can and know. Great, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So this is the beginning of one day being able to realize cling, which is the source. You can go if you like. Which is the source, that one word is the source of the whole creation. That one word is a source of love in the spiritual world, which is pervertedly reflected in this material world. So we're reading from verse 4, continuation of yesterday. Verse 24 of Brahma Samhita, which was the moment that Lord Brahma received this mantra from Divya Saraswati to create. Sri Bhagavan's transcendental Saraswati spoke to Brahmaji as he was looking at the darkness in all four directions. O Brahma, Klim Krishnaya Govindaya, Gopi Jana Balabhaya Swaha. This mantra will fulfill all your cherished desires. So then in the Tika of Srila Jiva Goswami, the Tatparya of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and the Bhavanubad and Britti of Srila Gurudev. We are hearing about the many multiple meanings within the word Klim and within the mantra. Sat Pada Sadanga Satpada Mantra means there's 6 words, Swaha being 2, me and I sacrifice. I turn it over to Krishna. Then, what's within it? Within it is all of Krishna's limbs, of his body, the K, Ka, La, E, M not, but not Bindu first, half moon and Bindu. That's Krishna's head, eyes, cheeks, throat, nose, ears, and then the La, we go down a little bit, and the E go down a little bit, and the rest of it we go down a little bit. Then Gadavarja contributed, was that you? That within is a source of the senses, or how did that go?
Yeah, so Prabhupada mentioned about the flower arrows.
That there's 5 flower arrows in the word Klim. That conquer the mind of all women and all souls. So that is his forehead, his eyebrows, his eyes, his cheeks, and his smile. As well as, the 5 flower arrows. The Madhavi, the jasmine, Mango blossom is the Ka Ashok, right? So now we're starting with the meaning of Govinda, Govindaya. Krishnaya, we heard from Srila Gurudev that Krishna is he who attracts, he who takes away everyone's offenses. He attracts by giving happiness. Then Govindaya. And then we'll finish up the different names and then return to our place at the third verse, fourth verse, 5th verse. Actually, we're on about the 10th verse of first canto. Govindaya, the following description is found in the Gopal Tapani Upanishad. Go Bhumi Veda Vedita Govindaha means that he gives pleasure to the goes, the cows, the earth, Bhumi, the Vedas. So let's see. He who pleases the senses, the earth, the Vedas, and who nourishes all, thereby increasing their bliss, is called Govinda. Although the word go has many meanings, 3 of them are cows, the world, and the Vedas. The phrase Pashu Jati Vishesha indicates the cows in Sri Nanda Gokul. Krishna is complete in his unparalleled opulence and sweetness, yet he is surrounded by, that's his choice, like the source of all existence chose to be surrounded by cows. And in that simple village setting, he's absorbed in playing according to his own independent will. He abides splendidly in Sri Nanda Gokul. Even Gokul means the assemblage of the cows. In his beautiful form, which has the color of a fresh rain cloud, stealing the hearts of the residents and expanding his exquisitely endearing pastimes there. The whole world and all the Vedas loudly sing. Yeah, how does he give pleasure to the Vedas? Because then they can sing his glories. And the Vedas are also people. Because even the Upanishads, Tapani Upanishad, there's a couple of Upanishads who, because of singing the glories of the gopis, they gave up their positions as the Upanishads and did some austerities to become gopis. But then other people took their place. Thus, Sri Krishna, the moon of Gokula, in cowherd boy attire, who is celebrated throughout the world and the Vedas, is addressed as Govinda. Now you have more to remember when we say Govinda. How many times? 30 times in a day, minimum. Then we have Gopi Jana. It is stated in the Gopal, that's it, it's the Gopal Tapani Upanishad. Gopi Jana Vidya Kala. Gopi Jana means avidya kala in the form of the gopis. Here the word avidya is formed from a and vidya. A, guess what that means? Complete. Would you ever have guessed it? A vidya, complete knowledge. Gopi Jana, the beloved of the gopis. Here the word avidya. Thus avidya refers to the best knowledge of all, namely the potency. What do you want to know? What's the best knowledge? The potency to attract Krishna. The word kala means the embodiment of prema bhakti. Therefore, one should understand Gopi Jana to indicate those gopis who are the, what does Jana mean? People group. The gopi people. The gopis are the very embodiment of prema bhakti that is itself the power. So they are the embodiment of the power to attract Krishna, who is only controlled by this type of prema bhakti. The prema of Madhurya Ras reigns splendidly above all, having conquered the prema of the mellows of servitorship, friendship, and parenthood. Nobody can understand or relish Krishna like them. Here, Gopi Jana can also be interpreted in another way. The word gopi is derived from the verbal root gup, which means to protect or to maintain. Krishna's special potency that bestows prema upon the devotees and nourishes and protects them is called gopi. Get it? Goop means to nourish and protect. And so the gopis can give that kind of prema and nourish the devotees to develop that, which is the highest love. Or it means the pleasure potency, Hladini Shakti. And Sri Radha is the original embodiment. Therefore the word gopi indicates the embodiment of the pleasure potency, the aggregate of the predominated principle. You know what predominated is? There's a predominator, and then the predominated is the reservoir, and the predominator is the reservoir of love, and the object of love is the predominator. So if you take all of that together, all the pleasure potency together, that's Sri Radha. And all the other gopis are just manifestations, partial or plenary manifestations of her. So really there's nothing else in existence except for Radha and Krishna. And that's why when Vasanti and I come in and out of the temple, we say, okay, bye everybody, we'll see you out there. And when we come in, we say, hi everybody, and we do mean everybody. Now, gopi also means another thing. It comes from goop, which means hidden. So Radharani is hidden in Krishna's heart, and vice versa. And that's why they're always hiding in their dealings with each other. They even hide from each other. Sometimes you can read in Venu Geet that one gopi or little group of gopis don't want the others to know that Krishna is their special object of love, or they don't want the general villagers to know. So they say, what verse do they say? Chuta pravala bada ha, and then what's the other one? Akshan vitam palamidam na param vidama, glorifying the beauty of Krishna and Balaram. So gop means hidden. The statement, gopi tu prakriti radha janas tarang samandalaha, gopi means the predominated principle. Shri Radha, and Jana means the circle of her friends, or those who are expansions of her personal form. Kaya Vyuha Rup. Do you know what the difference is between Kaya Vyuha and Kaya Vyuha Rup? Well, Kaya Vyuha means bodily expansions, but they're not bodily expansions that look exactly like her. There'll be some variety, so they're called Kaya Vyuha Rup, like Lalita, Rupa Manjari. And at the same time, Rupa Manjari is the manifestation of her Rup, or beauty, as a Manjari. And then you have Rati Manjari, who's a manifestation of her Rati. Not Rati as in Bhav, but Rati as Madhanakya Mahabhav. And then you'd have somebody like Nayana Mani Manjari, which is like the jewel of her eye, of her glance, as she's glancing to Krishna in the pastimes and as she's glancing at the world. Then come to the next word. So far we have Klim, Krishnaya, Govindaya, Gopi Jana. Now we have Vallabhaya. What does Bhaya mean? Bhaya. Aya. What does Aya mean? Means to, unto. Unto Govinda. Unto Gopi Jana Vallabha. The word Vallabha means one who stimulates, or a lover, because a lover stimulates the loving feelings of the beloved. So he who stimulates the gopis through his endearing pastimes, or the most excellent hero who enjoys the sweetest amorous sports with the gopis, is called Gopi Jana Vallabha. He's the Vallabha, or the lover, the stimulator of the Gopi Jana. Thus, Gopi Jana Vallabha is the dearest life breath of Sri Radha. And that's our goal, Gopi Jana Vallabhaya Swaha. That's our goal. Krishnaya, unto Krishna, who gives us our relationship. Govindaya, who establishes the dealings of our relationship. And Gopi Jana Vallabha, who is the goal of those dealings. And that's also called Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Sambandha means the establisher of what is the relationship, Abhideya, the dealings in the relationship, and Gopi Jana Vallabha, or Prayojana, the goal. Sri Krishna, oh, this is all going to become more and more familiar as you hear it more and more. Like if you read a book of Tolstoy where everybody's Russian, you don't know them in the beginning and then you get to know them. Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is chief among those who are expert in tasting transcendental mellows. He is splendidly situated in Vrindavan, surrounded by his beautiful, lotus-eyed, adolescent beloveds, the gopis. In the company of Radhika, he manifests as Madan Mohan, the form that infatuates the mind of Cupid, or millions of Cupids. Cupid controls everyone in this material world. So I remember Prabhupada saying, if you want to be free from the hands of Cupid, then we want to take shelter of he who controls or attracts, enchants millions of Cupids. It's the only way, only way, only way. He shines attractively in the presence of Sri Radha, surrounded by the circle, Jana, the circle of coward girls. He is therefore eternally called Madan Mohan. And what is she called? Yes, Madan Mohan Mohini, because she attracts the attractor of Cupid. Sri Krishna, who is Govinda, is the attractor of Cupid, Madan Mohan. He is also Gopijana Ballabha. The expression Gopijana Ballabha is therefore properly interpreted to mean Sri Madan Mohan, who is the form eternally embraced by Sri Radha. Do you all know that verse? How does it start, Vasanti? Whenever Vasanti and I would leave our residence, walk out into the cows and everybody of Gopinath Bhavan, we would look towards Imli Tala, which is right next door, and utter Radha Chintani Veshena Yashakanti Vilopita Sri Krishna Sharanam Bhaje Radha Lingita Vigraha. So, how do you start it? Radha Chintan Niveshana. By being absorbed in Radharani, Krishna lost his black color and he attained a golden color by feeling separation from her. Or he got the golden color when he was embraced by her. Radha Lingita Vigraha means form. Since Gopijana Ballabha evidently refers to the divine couple, the 18-syllable and 10-syllable Jugal mantras are each called the most excellent monarch. 10-syllable one is this Gopal mantra or Krishna mantra, and then the 18-syllable one is the Kam Gayatri. I don't know how it happened, but Satsvarup Maharaj was asking Gurudev that I heard this explanation of the Brahma Gayatri mantra in relation to Radharani. Is it right? And Gurudev kept saying, no, it's wrong, they misunderstood. And then he gave an explanation of every word. I figured, okay, I'm not really saying the mantra, I'm just hearing spread out words and phrases. It was the greatest. So it just accidentally came on my, WhatsApp when I was listening to a lecture of Gurudev. So it's called Explanation of the Gayatri Mantra. Yeah, it's online along with the Gaudiya Rasamrita. Maybe it was one of the Gaudiya, but anyway, any of you men who want to hear it. But anyway, girls aren't left out because in the middle of his explanation, he said, after a long time of uttering this Brahma Gayatri mantra, it turns into the Kam Gayatri mantra, which the ladies already have. Okay. Now we have 2 words left. We have Swaha, are 5 and 6. Swaha. It is stated in the Gopala Tapani Upanishad, which has a lot about the gopis, and that's why they just didn't want to be Upanishads anymore. The word swaha means, could be. Does it have a picture of Gurudev speaking with the ISKCON leaders and Satsvarup Maharaj's pictures kind of like stamped in the middle? Well, that's a good one too. So we can play that sometime soon. Or you can send it out on the chat to all the devotees. And if anybody on live stream is not part of our chat, you can write to Vasanti for an extra bonus. So swaha means tanmaya cha, meaning and his energy. This swaha is understood as Krishna's maya, or Sri Yogamaya. Yogamaya is the spiritual potency that manifests from Gopi Jana Vallabha, Sri Krishna's intrinsic nature. That means Yogamaya manifests from Sri Radha. And she offers the devotees unto the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Hence, the appropriate meaning of the word swaha is she by whose help one's atma, swa, is absolutely and irrevocably offered. She by whose help one's atma is absolutely and irrevocably offered. That's why we want to sing a lot to Yogamaya in that bhajan. Let's do that often. Also, you can say it means swa. I'm offering myself, swa, ha. I'm rejecting everything, giving up all other identifications, and I'm offering myself to Radha and Krishna. And then additionally, we see here that we need her help in order to do that. I can't just say I'm offering myself. I can say it, but I don't really mean it. So we need her mercy. She by whose help one's atma is absolutely and irrevocably offered. By uttering or remembering the word swaha, and that's in some of the other mantras too, Gayatri mantras. By uttering or remembering the word swaha, the devotees accomplish totally unconditional self-surrender. I give my full self to surrender to you with the help of Yogamaya. Therefore, one should recite or remember the word swaha with this specific contemplation. Okay, what do we want to contemplate on?
I'm unconditionally surrendering myself. I'm going to get a microphone.
That was a good, different beginnings.
Because I am unconditionally surrendering myself over. Swa, I'm offering myself. And then ha, I'm rejecting everything else. That was the second.
And as part of the offering, swa means myself. And I'm offering and rejecting the ha. Okay. I'm negating all unreality, and I'm surrendering to all reality by Yogamaya, whose help, Yogamaya is the manifestation of Radharani, for that express purpose, to help us to irrevocably and absolutely surrender. If she sees anyone with a leaning, then she'll help. And if she sees anyone turning away, then she manifests as Mahamaya. Yes, come on. Enjoy me. This is the method of completely selfless dedication to Sri Radha Krishna Jugal. Oh, great. So, now we're going to return. Brahma Samhita ki jai. Gopal mantra ki jai. Krishna mantra ki jai. So, can somebody give me a first canto Srimad Bhagavatam? Did we?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I know I mentioned that, the story of Narada and Vyasadeva, that one.
Yeah. We definitely did Yom Svanabhavam. I think we left off on 1, 2, 4. We did Naram.
Yeah, we did Sutta Goswami's prayers to Sukadeva Goswami. Right, we got up to there. That's in chapter 2, 4. No, chapter 2,
Verse 4.
verse, yeah,
Verses 1.
1 and 2.
I think we did 4 too. The one that's
4.
we went over the
Narayanam Namaskrityam. Okay, so then let's go to the second chapter. I want to see if there's anything special verses in chapter 2. Well, verse number 5, Sutta Goswami begins, after he offers his invocation prayers, he begins by congratulating what?
I just remembered that we got to a point where the sages had just asked their questions. We got up to like the first of the 6 questions, but anyway.
Yeah, we did the questions. The sages are inquiring for the people's welfare. That was all in the first chapter.
That was,
And then the second chapter begins. How do we begin every day? Invocation prayers. No, we begin here with our invocation prayers. So similarly, he did. And so then, after he does that, now he's ready to speak. First offering obeisances to where he heard from, what he realized, their glory, and now he's beginning to address the sages themselves. I have been justly questioned by you. It is relevant. Your questions are relevant because there is public, I'm reading Prabhupada's original unedited that he brought from India. Okay, it is relevant. Your questions are relevant because there is public welfare in the question as they are in relationship to Krishna. This sort of questions, only this sort of questioning can please the self completely. If you ask about, for, to get rid of anything else, you're not going to be satisfied by your question or by the answer. Now this is an extremely important 6th verse, because he's talking about what is the highest welfare of the people. He immediately answers it. Your questions are in relation to the world's welfare because they have relevance, relation to Krishna, and here it is, right from the beginning, no wasting time. Just like, in the material world, they want you to watch this video for the best way to fall asleep quickly at night, and then they don't tell you till 59 minutes into it. But this is instantly. Okay. Savai pung samparo dharmo jato bhakti radhoik saje ahoitaki apritihata jainatma suprasidati. So this is the most, and I'm going to give you a trick question at the end. The most perfect occupation for all humankind is that which is conducive to the attainment of devotional service to the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental to the material senses. What's that called in Sanskrit? Adhoksaja. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted in order to completely satisfy the self. If my service is uninterrupted by getting angry at somebody, for example, or if it's motivated by some material reward, then I'm not going to be satisfied, basically speaking. And I wonder, why aren't I satisfied? I'm doing devotional service, but it's motivated and it's interrupted. Then there's a very deep meaning, which Srila Gurudev told us in 1992 in Vrindavan, so many years later. Did you want to say something?
Will a person still get benefit if their reason for service is motivated?
Everybody starts out motivated. We'll get benefit, but we won't get the absolute happiness and absolute benefit. Like if I chant the holy name with offenses, I will get some benefit, but not that kind of benefit. Okay, so here in 1992, he said the highest occupation by which, for all humankind, anyway, to make a long story short, he says is to be a gopi. And he explained it so beautifully. If you want to see that explanation, it's in my 1992 ASL chapter. Now it happens to be the next verse is also very famous and important. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayate Suvairagyam Jnanam Cha Yadahoitakam. By the process of applying devotional service unto the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, the immediate result. When is the result going to be immediate? When I'm unmotivated and uninterrupted. The immediate result is that causeless knowledge. If I'm feeling like a complete idiot, and I'm attached to so many things, one after another, profit, adoration, distinction, clothes, things, then I won't get immediate knowledge. I won't get, and I'm not. If I'm not smart, if I'm goofing up all the time, it means that I'm not motivated, unmotivated, and I'm not uninterrupted. Everything has the explanation. Answer. Well, how come I'm not happy yet? That's why. The next verse is also very important. And Gurudev and Prabhupada used to call on people to explain this, and they would explain it. Dharmak svanasti tak pungsam visvaksena kata suyaha nod padaye ritim yadi shravam the spelling shrama eva hikevalam shrama eva hikevalam. It's only so much useless waste if I don't have attraction to hear about Krishna by my occupational duty. Occupational activities, according to one's position, one's quality, one's work, executed by humankind, turns into useless labor only if such activities do not provoke attraction for the message of the personality of God. Well, I can't come to the temple, I got to do my job. Useless labor if it's not promoting attraction to hear about Krishna. We've had millions of jobs and millions of bodies. And what good did it do us? Next one is important too, but I can't pronounce it. All occupational engagements are certainly meant for ultimate liberation. That's why we work. Because our engagement is meant for ultimate liberation. They're never meant for material gain. And if we get material gain, that material gain is not meant for sense gratification. Very good verses, aren't they? Yeah, I remember this. I mean, we were learning this, we kids were learning this back in the 70s. Life's desires must not be directed towards the matter of sense gratification. Stand up. One should desire only for a healthy life. And why do you want a healthy life? No. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation because the life of a human being is meant for inquiring. That's why I have this human body, so I can inquire about the absolute truth, and nothing more should be desired except to inquire, how am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? Like that greed. Oh no, not another one. That's so important. Vedanti tad tattva vedas tattvam yaj jnanam avyayam prameti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabhyate. Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call that non-dual substance, that absolute, as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan, depending how far away from it you are, that absolute truth, and from what angle you're looking. So if you're looking from afar and with, what's the word, knowledge? Incomplete knowledge, then you see that absolute as Brahman, impersonal. And if you're getting a little closer, then you see that he's situated in everyone's heart. And when you get more close, then you see he's Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like in everyone's heart means like you see the sun disk, right? The disk. And the disk is over everyone's head. It's over, let's say if they go to FIU, it's over their head. If we're here in the temple, it's over our head. If somebody's in India, it's over their head. If somebody's in California, it's over their head. That's the disk. That means the super soul is in everyone's heart. And then Bhagavan is one sun. There's only one sun. And then if you just see the sunlight, you don't see anything else. That's like Brahman. Prabhupada gave the example of a train. The train is far away and you're on the station. So first it just looks like a light, right? Then it looks like a chunk of iron when it gets closer. Then when you get on the train, you see all kinds of variety. Newspapers on the floor. What else do you see? Huh? Ripped people, ripped up seats. At least that's how it was in New York. Okay. You saw that too? Okay. Yep. Sure enough, the next verse is also very important. Verse 12. Tat shradanena munaya jnana vairagya juktaya pashyantyat manichat manam bhaktya shruta grihitaya. The absolute truth is realized by the seriously inquisitive student or sage who is well equipped with knowledge. Well, that's right, it's called poor fund of knowledge. That's what Prabhupada always used to say, poor fund of knowledge. So, but the absolute truth is realized by the seriously inquisitive student or sage who is well equipped with knowledge and detachment. And how does that come, knowledge and detachment? By
Transcendental pastimes of Lord Krishna and his associates.
no, when devotional service is unmotivated and uninterrupted. I usually never ask a question that I haven't just answered. Well equipped with knowledge and detachment by performance of devotional service in terms of hearing the Vedanta Shruti. So he's right in the sense of that, but not in the sense of... But what is that verse? vairagya, that detachment and knowledge, causeless knowledge, come at once by what?
By hearing the transcendental pastimes of the Lord and His associates. There's the one verse that Srila Bhakti Vidyambarti or Syamarani could quote about why we hear about the Vaishnavas.
Krishna Padar Vindaya.
Krishna Padara Vindaya. I'm looking for that particular verse about causeless knowledge and detachment immediately manifest.
I think it's like 11.
11. We got to learn this.
Got it.
Yavasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Jnana Tiesu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yad Ahoitikam. By the process of applying devotional service unto the Lord, the immediate result is that causeless knowledge and detachment follow. And how does that service have to be? That unmotivated and uninterrupted. So why do we want to be healthy?
So inquire about the absolute truth.
Right, to inquire about the absolute truth. That's why we want to be hearing the Vedanta Shruti, because the absolute truth is realized by this seriously inquisitive student or sage who is well equipped with knowledge and detachment by performance of devotional service. They all relate to each other. And hearing the Vedanta Shruti. Oh no.
It was 12:55.
What was?
But the one that we were,
That we just did, which I just read.
but there was the other one that we were saying. You were saying what verse number was it? Anyway,
It wasn't 12. We're not on the 12th canto yet.
no, I meant the one that I got wrong.
What? I lost it again. Vasudeva Bhagavati, that one? No. Which one?
By what you were saying, we both
It's
thought
okay, it
of
doesn't matter.
a separate verse.
Yeah.
By what you were saying, we both thought of a separate verse.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So number 13 we're on, right? Atak pun bir dvijasresta varna shrama vibhagasha swanustitasya dharmasya sangsadir haritoshanam. Oh, the best among the twice born. It is therefore concluded that the highest perfection achieved in the matter of discharging one's own prescribed occupational duties in terms of the division of the institution of Varnashram, the 4 castes and 4 orders, is to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If he's not pleased, if we're not wanting to have a taste for hearing about him, then our work is only so much useless labor. Can you walk around back there? Oh my goodness. Tasmadakena manasa Bhagavan Shatyatam Pati Shrodavya Kirtitavyascha Deya Pujas Chanityada. Therefore, the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of the devotees, must be how often heard about?
Constantly.
Always, constantly, always glorified. But how much should he be remembered?
24 hours a day.
Always, 24 hours. And how often should he be worshipped with one pointed attention?
24 hours a day.
24 hours. So therefore, the conclusion is that the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of the devotees, must be always heard of, glorified, remembered, and worshipped with one pointed attention. And then what will happen if that happens? Intelligent persons do cut off the interknit of the knot of reactionary work. Like, that's why we're suffering, because we're getting reactions to our previous activities. The knot, they cut off the knot of reactionary work. How? By remembering the Lord. Therefore, who will not give attention to this message? Ko va bhagavatastasya. Who won't? Ko va ko not kurya kataratim. Ko not kurya kataratim. Who won't? Who's so dumb that they won't want to hear this message? So, any of you who have followers in schools or wherever, get them to come or listen online, which is a preferred method in this day and age. Get your mother to come more, and your brother, and your father. All right, very interesting. I mean, really, who wouldn't give attention to this message? Therefore, because of somebody's intelligence, he can cut off all of his bad karma, and I know I have a lot, cut off all of his bad karma just by remembering the Lord. It's that simple. Because Shrinbatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Radantasto Yavadrani Vidunoti Satam. Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is also the Paramatma, because if you're in the subway, then all the other stuff is there. So when you have the full train, then the chunk of metal is there and the light is there. Sri Krishna, the personality of God, who is also Paramatma in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, does cleanse the desire for material enjoyment in the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge for hearing his message. Let's keep hearing, which are themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. Then, I remember Sripad Padmanabha Maharaj, because in every city of the world, Srila Gurudev would call on him to explain this next verse. Nasta prayesu vabhadresu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular attendance in the Bhagavad class or rendering service to the pure devotees, all that is inauspicious in the heart of a candidate becomes destroyed almost to nil. It won't become destroyed to nil until prema is there. But here at this stage, the clearing stage, almost to nil. And thus, loving service to the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, namely Uttama Shloka, means that he's praised with the best slokas. And with transcendental songs, Bhajaude mana Sri Nandanandana Abhaya Chadanara Vindare, comes to being as an irrevocable fact. Irrevocable means what? You can't lose it. It's irrevocable. How? By regular service, regular attendance in the Bhagavatam class, or rendering service to the pure devotee, because even if he says something that's not apparently Krishna conscious, like how did your wedding go, then still it's transcendental. Whereas a beginner devotee or a non-devotee, even if he talks about Krishna, it's ordinary sound, it's not Shabda Brahma. But if a pure devotee says, what's a mundane sentence that a devotee would say?
Nice weather we're having.
Nice weather we're having. Still, it's Shabda Brahma, transcendental reality. Isn't that amazing? Shows you who the pure devotee is. It becomes irrevocable. And then what happens as soon as irrevocable service manifests in the heart? The effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as, what are some effects? Lust and desire and hankerings do disappear from the heart, and he becomes fixed up in the mode of goodness. It's only from goodness, should I say it? Dirt and mess is not in the mode of goodness. It's in the mode of passion and ignorance. And when we see, even after I made the announcement today about don't leave clumped up cloths in the kitchen, right away there was 5. So, and the table was so clunky and so grungy feeling. So that's an example of not in mode of goodness. So all these hankering, desire, lust disappear from one's heart, and one becomes fixed in the mode of goodness, because only in the mode of goodness can one step up to transcendence. Prabhupada said, that's why I ask my devotees to be good, which makes them completely happy. Oh yeah, so this is the 3rd verse that fits with that. Tada rajastamo bhava kamalo bhadayasya. That is what we just said. So when one is fixed in irrevocable devotional service, one becomes free from the mode of passion and ignorance and its effects of lust, desire, hankering, and thus one becomes fixed in goodness, and he becomes completely what? Why aren't I completely happiness? I've been practicing this for years. Evam prashana manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha bhagavat tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. Thus, when one is positively fixed up in the mode of unalloyed goodness, that's pure goodness, the enlivened-minded man, it's Prabhupada's original English, enlivened-minded man, affected by contact of devotional service, can positively know scientific knowledge of the Lord. Scientific means realized. Diksha. Ksha means all offenses and artas, contaminations are destroyed, and he has transcendental or realized knowledge. So who's an example of a dikshit? Narad Muni, because he can fly. Vidyate hridaya grantis chidanti sarva sangsaya chianti chasya karmani drista eva manisvare. The knot of one's heart is thus pierced, and all misgivings, why me? And all misgivings are cut into pieces. The chain of fruitive actions are terminated. That means the action of action, reaction, action, reaction. The chain of fruitive actions are terminated, and one sees the self as the dominating factor. He's not controlled anymore. Yep, if we want to be enlivened. Yeah.
I often think that I'm the dominating factor.
Right.
And that I'm the master.
You
which
are.
Is in the
You are. I am Maya. You are. Go ahead.
So how is that different from what Prabhupada's saying here?
Different? What do you mean?
I mean, because in this he says, thus one is the chain of fruit of reactions. It's terminated when one sees the self as master, when one sees the self as the dominator.
Of the senses, of the mind. Your mind and senses try to be the dominating factor. But this is when the real you, the soul, controls that. What you're saying is the 5 horses, one with a nose, one with a tongue, is going wild, and the reins are following, and the driver is following, and the soul is, ah. But it's very good because before you didn't care. Now you care. That shows that you're making a lot of advancement. Yeah, so he is indirectly associated with the modes of nature, not directly. Just for the material world's creation, maintenance, and dissolution. So not directly, he has his agents, like the king doesn't directly go into the prison house. He has the wardens and the superintendents. And then Krishna has Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu. Oh, Dave just said that. He calls it the trio. I mean, Prabhupada says it. Out of them, the form of the quality of goodness, Vishnu, is just suitable for deriving the ultimate benefit. So these are all manifestations of Krishna. And here's a good analogy. The firewood is a transformation of the earth. And smoke is better than raw wood, right? In terms of having a fire. So first there's the wood, and then when you try to light it, it's a smoke. And then the fire is best when the fire comes. Because by fire, we can derive so many benefits by superior knowledge, the Vedas. Similarly, passion is better than ignorance. But goodness is superior, because by goodness, as Prabhupada, as I quoted Prabhupada, by goodness you can realize the absolute truth. There's a lot in this second chapter. That's why it's called Divinity and Divine Service. Few. We're not going to read every one, but those happen to be extremely important ones. I think we'll end here also, because it's 11:15. Any questions? Oh, no. Mumukshabo Godorupam Hitva Bhutpatim Artha Narayana Kala Shanta Bhajante Yanas Syuyava. Persons who are serious about liberation from the material conditions are certainly non-envious. Are you serious? Karagraj, are you serious? Are certainly non-envious and respectful to all, and yet they won't worship the ghastly form of the demigods, like Kali, Durga. They reject these ghastly forms, and they worship the all-blissful forms of Krishna and his plenary portions. It's not really Bhakti Fest if they're singing to Kali or Durga. So I guess we'll end here. Are there any questions or comments? Oh, that reminds me. The head of Bhakti Fest is coming to visit us at some point. He's not? That's not so bad. Well, I mean, for him,
I think we should get it.
of course,
Let me write it down.
of course. So he's coming to visit us. Very smart man. Okay, any questions or comments?
Somebody online, they asked, is Shiva in the mode of goodness even though he's in charge of the mode of ignorance?
Lord Shiva has many, many forms. He's transcendental in his form of Gopishwara Mahadev. And then he expands to, who's that Vishnu? Sadashiva, Lord Vishnu. And then he has a Rudra expansion, and he's he's described as slightly touched, and because he has direct contact with Maya, also called the Joni, and they unite and manifest the whole material world. But he's actually transcendental, but he's also described as slightly touched, which is beyond me to understand that.
So that, just so I can make sure that's a person.
Hmm?
Just to reiterate that, to make sure I understand, you're saying that
He has many
transcendental 'cause
forms.
He's a transcendental personality.
And it ranges.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll see if he says anything else.
All right. I'll try to find the place where it talks about being slightly touched. One of the places is Brahma Samhita, in the verse about Lord Shiva, if anybody would like to find that. Did you find it?
I'm working on it.
Otherwise, we can do it tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we can say that tomorrow. Any other questions or comments? Do you have any comments? Ands, ifs, buts?
I'm very glad to be learning,
Good. You were learning for so many years, though.
always learning.
Exactly, because Krishna's unlimited. All right, so Gaur Premanandi, Sutta Goswami ki jai, sages of Naimisharanya ki jai, Vyasdev ki jai, Sukadeva Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo Gaura. Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Bo Gaur Premanandi. Panchakovaturubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo.
Shema says, Shema offers her obeisances on the live stream.
Huh?
Shema in Texas offers you her.
Tell her I don't want her obeisances, I want herself to be here. Did you tell her?
You're telling her right now.
Oh, can she hear? Oh, great.